Dear students, friends, members of the department, writers, composers, dancers, actors, dear poets to come. It is a great honor to welcome you this evening to the George McGovern foyer here in the Department of Cultural Studies. My name is Julia Sattler. I'm currently interim professor of American Studies in this department, and it has been a true pleasure to accompany Whitmania throughout this past semester. With me on stage is Katarina Juchow, who will now introduce you to what's hiding behind this term that I'm sure you have seen on posters and stickers, or otherwise you would not be here tonight. Whitmania.
Thank you. Also, very warm welcome from my side. I'm one of the co-founders of this project, and together with Dr. Julia Sattler, the academic supervisor of this, and Emily Weidler, who's the creative mind of this, we have developed this idea to bring Whitman's poetry on stage last semester in one of Dr. Sattler's classes on Whitman and his creative reception. For one of the creative tasks of the class, Emily decided to stage one of the poems you will see tonight with the English theater group, and offered her reception of Whitman's poem. Together, the three of us decided to turn this into a bigger thing, a whole semester of reading Whitman and reacting and responding to Whitman. Whitmania is a project that gives everyone the space to creatively engage with Whitman's poetry, whether it be theatrical stagings, art, music, or other forms of performance. Over the last weeks, we have read 19 of his poems, brainstormed ways to put them on stage or how to respond to them. Over the last 12 weeks, we have developed into a group of true Whitman enthusiasts and have been infested with the Whitmania. Whitman's poetry gave us a space to feel heard, appreciated, and included. From having this wild idea months ago to this performance tonight, countless hours of hard work by all of the members of Whitmania were put into this project. Tonight, we finally have the honor to show you what we have been working on. So thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Why Whitman, you might wonder? Actually, if you've been around for a while, as many of you present this evening have, or if you regularly venture the halls of this department, or if you ride the U-Bahn in Dortmund, you might be aware that in this American Studies section, there is a long-standing connection to all things Whitman that is not only manifest in special events like tonight's. We regularly teach classes on his poetry, but also on the other texts Walt Whitman has written throughout his life. We have hosted the International Whitman Week, where students and researchers from all over the world work on Whitman together in this department twice. And on Whitman's 200th birthday, we threw a giant party for him in the Dortmund Rathaus. Last November, we celebrated the collective translation of Whitman in the Audimax. Still, why Whitman? Whitman invented and reinvented American poetry, and he is integral to our idea of the American nation. Born in 1819 in, quote, fish-shaped Paumanok, well-begotten and raised by perfect mother, Walt Whitman was the son of a working-class family. He lived a long life, witnessed many of the important events and developments of his time, a true man of the 19th century. He spent his younger years in Brooklyn, not far from Manhattan, a place that was growing and that fueled his fantasy. What do you hear, Walt Whitman? What do you see, Walt Whitman? What does this do to you, Walt Whitman? Mostly self-educated, Whitman worked as a printer, a journalist, a teacher. He traveled between cities, cultures, social classes, and then in his 30s he, quote, stroke up for a new world and committed himself to poetry. In 1855, he published the first collection of Leaves of Grass, a green booklet, 12 texts, 795 prints, self-published. The volume that he changed several times until his death, and that quite literally sung a new world, would revolutionize poetry, would turn it democratic, would turn it into a public art accessible for everyone. That is not only because this kind of poetry doesn't rhyme. Whitman picked unconventional subjects for this writing: the elbow, the armpit, the genitals, respiration and inspiration, what holds people together. individuality, identity. And even beyond that, Whitman was an unusual person and personality. When the American nation was almost torn apart by the Civil War, he went to the front line, but not as a soldier. A time Whitman spent working in Washington's makeshift hospitals. Whitman, the witness of war, an image that also shapes what you will see tonight. But there is a larger legacy than that. Today, Whitman is known as the poet of democracy, a prophet of freedom, America's bard, and many write in his tradition. And this evening, we show you a dimension that has not been focused on a lot: Whitman, the dramatist. Whitman never wrote a play, but he wrote about Broadway and was a fan of the opera. His works have a dramatic quality to them, and his works can be staged in different forms. This is what we worked on this semester. This is a premiere. But before we get started, we have something to ask of you. This event is being filmed, and we have a photographer as well. The results of the filming and the photos will be made available. Should you not want to be in the pictures, please let us know. And just as important, please keep your own phones in your bags and off during the event, so the sound will be clear and there won't be any distractions. Thank you very much. And now we welcome you to our performance.
Poets to come. Poets to come. Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Poets to come.
Orators.
Singers.
Musicians to come.
Not today is to justify me and answer what I am for. But
But you.
A new brood.
Native, athletic.
Continental. Greater than before known. Arouse.
For
you
must
justify me.
I myself would write one or two indicative words for the future.
I but advance a moment, only to wheel and hurry back in the darkness.
I am a man who sauntering along without fully stopping.
Change a casual look upon you, and then averts his face.
Leaving it to you to prove and to define it.
Expecting the main things from you.
and every love song's about you now. Poems describe your face. Hope took its toll tonight, nightmares in its place. It's easy, they say. You're funny, I say. It's quiet when my thoughts collide. I'm tone deaf to the truth. Nighttime breaks the spell I fear. Darkness is the proof. You're funny, they say. It's easy, I say. I could always give up overthinking, but I'm tired and it's not boring. When the tides of sad and happy clash together and together and together again, it's easy. Easy. Gloom grows a grapevine on my soul, bears the fruit of what will never be my juice. You will learn to leave me like they all do, over and over and over again. It's easy, too easy. For once it could be my turn. What if it's fate? They say that good things come to those who wait, and it's easy, not easy.
So used to the monsters of all my life that I forgot that there could be some other ones. Felt you sneaking and looked under my bed, but you looked so goddamn ethereal. And I thought it's worth it, and I'd sell my soul to whoever made yours, whoever made you. took me to Neverland and forgot to get me out. So I'll be growing old here, you'll be the life of the party, and I'll hope that someday you remember to find me. I grew lost in your eyes, I forgot to look at your whole face. I'm sorry, but I think I mistook you for somebody else. I know you cannot heal my scars, they're self-inflicted, but you didn't need me. Why ask me to lean in? And no, my Peter Pan never grew to be a man. He took me to Neverland and forgot to get me out. So I'll be growing old here, you'll be the life of the party, and I'll hope that someday you remember to find me. You make me wonder if all the gods and angels were only ever misunderstood like you. You make me wonder if all I've ever wanted was just a facade like you. But it's true, I thought it's you, and I know you count the steps I take towards you. And oh, my Peter Pan never grew to be a man. He took me to Neverland and forgot to get me out. So I'll be growing old here, you'll be the life of the party, and I'll hope that someday you remember where you lost me, 'cause you lost me. Oh, my Peter Pan never grew to be a man.
I sing the body electric. The armies of those I love engirth me, and I engirth them. They will not let me off till I go with them, respond to them, and disrupt them, and charge them full with the charge of the soul. The love of the body of man or woman box account, the body itself box account. That of the male is perfect, and that of the female is perfect. The expression of the face box account, but the expression of a well-made man appears not only in his face, it is in his limbs and joints also. It is curiously in the joints of his hips and wrists. It is in his walk, the carriage of his neck, the flex of his waist and knees. Dress does not hide him. The strong, sweet quality he has strikes through the cotton and broadcloth. To see him pass conveys as much as the best poem, perhaps more. You linger to see his back and the back of his neck and shoulder side. The sprawl and fullness of babes, the bosoms and heads of women, the folds of their dress, their style as we pass in the street, the contour of the shape downwards. This is the female form. A divine nimbus exhales from it, from head to foot. It attracts with fierce, undeniable attraction. I am drawn by its breath, as if I were no more than a helpless vapor. All falls aside but myself and it. Books, art, religion, time, the visible and solid earth, and what was expected of heaven or feared of hell, are now consumed. Mad filaments, ungovernable shoots play out of it, the response likewise ungovernable. Hair, bosom, hips, bend of legs, negligent falling hands, all diffused, mine too diffused. Be not ashamed, women. Your privilege encloses the rest, and is the exit of the rest. You are the gates of the body, and you are the gates of the soul. The female contains all qualities and tempers them. She is in her place and moves with perfect balance. She is all things duly veiled. She's both passive and active. She's to conceive daughters as well as sons, and sons as well as daughters. As I see my soul reflected in nature, as I see through a mist, one with inexpressible completeness, sanity, beauty, see the bent head and arms folded over the breasts. The female I see. The male is not less the soul, nor more. He too is in his place. He too is all qualities. He is action and power. The flush of the known universe is in him. Scorn becomes him well, and appetite and defiance becomes him well. The wildest, largest passions, bliss that is uttermost, sorrow that is uttermost, become him well. Pride is for him. The full-spread pride of man is calming and excellent to the soul. Knowledge becomes him. He likes it always. He brings everything to the test of himself. Whatever the survey, whatever the sea, and the sail, he strikes soundings at last only here. The man's body is sacred, and the woman's body is sacred. Each has his or her place.
Filaments, 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 filaments.
A noiseless, patient spider. A noiseless, patient spider. A noiseless, patient spider.
Filaments, 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 filaments.
A noiseless, patient spider. A noiseless, patient spider. A noiseless, patient spider. I marked where on a little promontory it stood, isolated.
Filaments, filaments, filaments.
Marked how to explore the bark and base surroundings.
Filaments, filaments, filaments.
It launched forth filaments, 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 out of itself.
Filaments, filaments, filaments.
Ever unreeling them, ever tirelessly speeding them.
It launched forth filaments, 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 out of itself. Filaments, filaments, filaments.
And you, O my soul, where you stand,
Surrounded, detached,
In measureless oceans
of space,
ceaselessly musing, venturing, growing.
Seeking the spheres to connect them.
to the bridge you will need, be formed, to the ductile anchor, hold.
Filaments, 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 filaments.
To the gossamer thread you fling, catch somewhere.
Filaments, filaments, filaments.
O my soul.
I can't breathe. African American dies after U.S. cop kneels on his neck. Iran confirms 2 missiles shot at Ukraine airliner. UN climate change report sounds code red for humanity. 100 reported dead in first day of Russia-Ukraine war. Florida's governor signs controversial law, opponents dubbed Don't Say Gay. Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade, ending right to abortion, upheld for decades.
Iran erupted after the death of Masa Amini. Air quality alert, smoke from Canadian wildfires.
At least 78 people drown as refugee boat sinks off Greece.
I've been ignoring this big lump in my throat. I shouldn't be crying. Tears were for the weaker days. I'm stronger now, or so I say, but something is missing. Wherever it is, it feels like it's laughing at me through a glass of a two-sided mirror. Whatever it is, it's just laughing at me, and I just wanna scream. What now? I just can't figure it out. What now? I guess I'll just wait it out, wait it out. What now? Somebody tell me what now? There's no one to call, 'cause I'm just playing games with them all. The more I say I'm happy, the more that I'm feeling alone. 'Cause I spend every hour just going through the motions. I can't even get the emotions to come out. I'm dry as a bone and I just wanna shout. What now? I just can't figure it out. What now? I guess I'll just wait it out, wait it out. What now? Somebody tell me what now?
Here, the frailest leaves of me, and yet my strongest lasting. Here I shade and hide my thoughts. I myself do not expose them, and yet they expose me more than all my other poems.
The fields are covered in uncountable layers of dust. The trees, gasping noiselessly for air, are only a brown silhouette. The river, dry and without a will to live, was once not must. The bushes in the distance are covered in uncountable layers of sleep.
Brave, brave were the soldiers.
On the ground, I can see the last traces of yesterday. A heavy gun shining through the grass, covered in mud and blood. On the ground, I can see the last traces of yesterday. A broken and bruised tree that once stood so majestically in the midst of the flower flood.
Brave, brave were the soldiers, high named today.
In the loneliness of the morning, I can hear birds singing, singing of when this field was just a field, covered in roses, tulips, daisies, singing passionately with sorrow in its breath.
Brave, brave were the soldiers, high named today, who lived through the fight.
A rapidly raging noise rises from the dusty, dry, dirty ground, racing and pacing with passion to erase everything that it sees. A loud blast is bringing the silence back. Now the bird is singing with the worms making their way through bones.
But the brave is pressed through the front.
I stand up, looking at the sun, remembering how I used to play here as a little kid, playing with the neighbor's son. All of this happiness seems to be gone.
But the brave is pressed to the front and fell.
I tell myself, I breathe in, I breathe out, my thoughts screaming out loud.
Brave, brave were the soldiers who lived through the fight.
I tell myself, I breathe in, I breathe out, seeing all the dead bodies lying on the ground.
But the brave is pressed to the front and fell.
I tell myself, I breathe in, I breathe out, the comrades picking up their guns with grief and doubt.
Brave, brave were the soldiers, unnamed, unknown.
I tell myself, James, I breathe out, cold as ice is everything now.
Unnamed, unknown.
Come up from the fields, father. Here's a letter from our Pete. And come to the front door, mother. Here's a letter from thy dear son.
Lo, 'tis autumn. Lo, where the trees deep are green, yellow, and redder, cool and sweet in Ohio villages, with leaves fluttering in the moderate wind, where apples ripe and the orchards hang, and grapes on the 12 vines.
Smell you the smell of the vines on the grapes? Smell you the buckwheat where the bees were lately buzzing?
Above all, lo, the sky so calm, so transparent after the rain, and with wondrous clouds.
Below too, all calm, all vital and beautiful, and the farm prospers well. Down in the fields, all prospers well.
But now, come up from the fields, father. Come at the daughter's call.
Come up from the fields, father. Here's a letter from our Pete. And come to the front door, mother. Here's a letter from thy dear son.
And come to the entry, mother. To the front door, come right away.
She comes fast as she can, she hurries. Something ominous, steps trembling.
She does not tarry to smooth her hair nor adjust her cap.
Open the envelope, quickly.
Oh, this is not our son's writing, yet his name is signed.
Oh, a strange hand writes for our dear son.
O stricken mother's soul!
All swims before her eyes, flashes with black. She catches the main words only.
Sentences broken.
Gunshot wound in the breast. Cavalry skirmish. Taken to hospital at present blow, but will soon be better.
Ah, now the single figure to me, amid all teeming and wealthy Ohio, with all its cities and farms, sickly white in the face and dull in its head. Very yam by door leans.
Grieve not so, dear mother.
The just-born daughter speaks through her sobs. The little sisters huddle around, speechless and dismayed.
See, let us says he will soon be better.
Alas, poor boy, he will never be better.
Nor maybe needs to be better, that brave and simple soul.
While they stand at home at the door, he's dead already.
The only son is dead.
But the mother needs to be better.
She, with thin form, presently dressed in black, by days her meals untouched, at night fitfully sleeping, often waking.
In the midnight waking, weeping, longing with one deep longing.
Or to withdraw from life unnoticed, silent from life escape and withdraw. To follow, to seek,
to be with her dear dead son.
And so it goes. Nature runs its course, a blessing and a curse to have met you. I don't know anyone who didn't love you, instantly adored you, yet I loved you the most. Life with you a privilege, held you through the wreckage. It deafened me to hear you breathe. There was nothing left to say. Watched it come in miles away. Nothing short of pleading. It would somehow feel okay when I sat down with you, waited for nature to come take you. I knew you couldn't stay, so I helped you die today. In the haze, you patiently waited to leave what is painful and spare us the rest. Pity for the weakest, wept for you the hardest, knowing now would be your time. I sat down with you, waited for nature to come take you. I knew you couldn't stay, so I helped you die today. I cuddle the knowledge of you to myself, bury your warmth in my chest, cradle the memory of you in my hands like I did your body. The cruelest regrets won't shatter me. Instead, every shred of dignity, every scrap of your soul, I will catch and I will hold. I lay down with you to wait for nature to come take you. My whole life said goodbye, but today I held you die.
There are these things: cells, the movement of cells, and the division of cells, and then the general beating of circulation, and hands and body, feet. This is a shape of blood beating and cells dividing.
My respiration and inspiration, the beating of my heart, the passing of blood and air through my lungs.
As everyone with lungs breathes the space between the hands and the space around the hands, in and out.
My respiration and inspiration, the beating of my heart, the passing of blood and air through my lungs.
As everyone with lungs breathes the space between the hands and the space around the hands, and the space of the room, and the space of the building that surrounds the room, and the space of the neighborhoods nearby, in and out.
My respiration and inspiration, the beating of my heart, the passing of blood and air through my lungs.
As everyone with lungs breathes the space between the hands and the space around the hands, and the space of the room, and the space of the building that surrounds the room, and the space of the neighborhoods nearby, and the space of the cities, and the space of the regions, and the space of the nations, in and out.
My respiration and inspiration, the beating of my heart, the passing of blood and air through my lungs.
As everyone with lungs breathes the space between the hands and the space around the hands, and the space of the room, and the space of the building that surrounds the room, and the space of the neighborhoods nearby, and the space of the cities, and the space of the regions, and the space of the nations, and the space of the continents and islands, and the space of the oceans, and the space of the troposphere, and the space of the stratosphere, and the space of the mesosphere, in and out.
My respiration and inspiration, the beating of my heart, the passing of blood and air through my lungs.
In this everything turning and small being breathed in and out by everyone with lungs during all the moments.
My respiration and inspiration, the beating of my heart, the passing of blood and air through my lungs.
The entering in and out of space of the mesosphere, in the entering in and out of the space of the stratosphere, in the entering in and out of the space of the troposphere, in the entering in and out of the oceans, in the entering in and out of the space of the continents and islands, in the entering in and out of the space of the nations, in the entering in and out of the space of the regions, in the entering in and out of the space of the cities, in the entering in and out of the space of the neighborhoods nearby, in the entering in and out of the space of the room, in the entering in and out of the space around the hands, in the entering in and out of the space between the hands.
My respiration and inspiration, the beating of my heart, the passing of blood and air through my lungs.
How connected we are with everyone. How lovely and how doomed, this connection of everyone with lungs.
Oh, we are not mere labor-saving machines, nor cogs in a vast industrial scheme. We are the living, breathing souls, with passions, dreams, and infinite roles. We are the poets, the painters, the singers, the seekers, the healers, the joyous bringers. We toil not for mere survival alone, but for the love of beauty, the seeds we've sown. We are the workers of heart and of hand, building bridges, creating, expanding the land, each task a testament to our human might. as we shape the world with purpose and light. No, we are not mechanical gears in motion, but beings of free will and boundless devotion, with hearts that beat and minds that soar, unfolding our essence, forevermore. We are the mothers, nurturing with care, the fathers, protecting. Always there, the friends, the neighbors, the hands that lend, in unity, our shared existence we extend. No labor-saving machine can replace the warmth of touch, the genuine embrace, the laughter, the tears, the shared strife, the tapestry of life we paint with our life. So let us embrace our unique refrain, with all our flaws, our triumphs, our pain, for in our human essence lies the key to unlock the depths of our humanity. We are the poets of life's grandest scene, each verse a testament to what it means to be more than labor-saving machines, to be alive and thrive in our wildest dreams.
Thank you for coming out this evening. This is the end of our performance, but there's much to still check out. Each member of our group was allowed to contribute in any way they wished, on stage or off. Allow us to remind you again of the gallery to which members of our group have contributed various artworks and their own responses to Walt Whitman. All of these responses deal with Whitman in unique ways and are offering new perspectives on Whitman, be it in the form of poetry or in the form of the painting. There's even a series of paintings engaging with Out of the Rolling Ocean. And last but not least, in room 0406, there are some snacks, food and wine. In exchange, we ask for a small donation for the English Theatre Group. Thank you very much from all of us and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Before you all leave, we have a little something for all of you three, because we really appreciate what you did. We felt very encouraged in bringing out our ideas and sharing them with you, and then actually making them grow and become this big thing. So we have some flowers for you guys. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Days I'm stronger now, or so I say, but something is missing.